for this?
Welcome back to the Empire Sports Mind podcast. We got a big episode. It's Masters Week. We're going to talk about it. We're going to do a top 5 favorite announcers, all 4 sports, any sport, more than 4 sports. We're going to also discuss the Yankees and Knicks. And John, let's start with the Masters. Take it away. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I mean, look, for me, it's one of the best weeks in all of sports. As a big golf fan, I've gotten into it recently over the past few years. Good first day. Good Masters Thursday today. A lot of big names up there already. Obviously, Scottie Scheffler shot a 4 under. You have Justin Rose. Matthew almost was, threatening to break the course record there a little bit. The course record was actually at 9 under. He was at 8 under heading into the 18th hole and bogeyed it. So really great stuff from Justin Rose today. He's up there at 7 under, first place. Names like Bryson still up there at 3 under. Had a good round today, 69. And others. So, I mean, look, this is the best week, Matthew. I mean, just watching the Masters is so visually appeasing. The course is just amazing. I mean, it's like heaven. Look, that is one of my life goals, my, top 5 on my bucket list, to get to Augusta one day. Like, it would be so incredible. I would pay a big price to be a patron for one day there. Seriously. Like, it just looks so much fun.
Yeah, it's exciting. Day 4 is really exciting. I think those, I was, lucky where I was kind of growing up or getting into the sport where Tiger had his comeback or Sergio Garcia had a good win, or even earlier. I've always kind of liked golf. Even the U.S. Open chases where Phil Mickelson,
and you liked it before I did, actually.
Yeah,
you liked
that
it,
is true.
On a professional level, yes.
Blowing U.S. Open lead. So I remember it all. It's a great sport. I know there are people who only watch the Masters and ask, "Oh, how's is Tiger Woods playing this year? How's Phil Mickelson? How's that guy Rory McIlroy?"
Tiger, yeah.
And I think there's a lot of star power. I think there are a lot of good names there. I think it's exciting, and it's nice that now golf is kind of back, because there's really nothing before this that's really.
And I think golf. I think golf is definitely trending up, Matthew. I think ever since COVID, a lot of people took it up as a hobby. There really was nothing else to do. So a lot of people were forced to kind of get into golf. And I think that's why the viewership numbers are starting to rise. They continue to rise ever since 2020. And I think the Masters Sunday, Matthew, gets around 10 million viewers, which is like phenomenal for a sporting event. That's really good. Yeah. That's definitely top 5, right, out of all the sporting events throughout the year. So that's really good. Good to see. It's well deserving of that. It's so entertaining, especially when you have like a star-studded Sunday, Matthew. I mean, 2019, Matthew, you mentioned it before, the Tiger. That was one of the best sport moments I have witnessed. Honestly, that comeback was unreal. Then that was like a star-studded Sunday. It was like him. It was Francesco Molinari, our Italian hero. Tony Finau was up there. Koepka had a good round. So that was like a really star-studded. Tiger ended up winning. I think what did he end up finishing at, like 10 under? He had an incredible comeback. And then Matthew, you mentioned people are going to ask, is Tiger playing this year? His freaking Achilles is shredded. I mean, the guy's, he's washed up, right? I don't think you're ever going to see him in the Masters again, to be quite frank with you.
No, because when you win, you get it forever. You get it.
I know. Look, I get that. I do think he will eventually come back, but I just don't see. I'll change it. I don't think you're ever going to see him compete for a title again. He'll play like Fred Couples. Maybe he'll have a good round like Fred Couples did today. Shot a 1 under for a 65-year-old, but he's not going to compete for a green jacket anymore. That's it. Which is kind of sad and unfortunate. Yeah. He's had a lot of off the course stuff, which is, derailed his career. I mean, he could have been, obviously he has 15 majors, and Jack Nicklaus has, what does he have? 18 Jack Nicklaus? I think he has 3 more. Too bad, because Tiger should have the record, but off the course stuff derailed his career, which is unfortunate.
A lot of which was his fault, to be fair.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Matthew. I mean, look, him driving into that tree after getting into an argument with his wife, that was, sucks. That's a really bad instance right there. It was, look, a couple DUIs here and there. It's just sad. It sucks. But look, it is what it is. Now we have Rory McIlroy. In my opinion, he was the favorite heading into this tournament, playing really well, won the Players at TPC Sawgrass, had a couple top 5 finishes, just having a really great year. I think he's number 1 in strokes gained this year. A lot of analytical numbers. Obviously, Scottie Scheffler is still the guy to beat as well. I mean, the guy is he could run away with the Matthew at any given time. Matthew, if
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler, he could go out tomorrow and shoot a 8 under. He could post an 8 under and the tournament's over. I mean, I really wouldn't be shocked if that happened. But look, those are the two guys. I think Bryson's up there as like a tier 2 contender. Obviously, Justin Rose established himself today, so he's up there now. He's going to be in the weekend conversation. A lot of guys, Matthew, star-studded. That's what you like to see. You like to see a lot of big names up there, and there is.
Yeah. I mean, and even the younger guy, there's some guys that have won the past few weeks I've been watching a little bit, been fun to watch, like Minwoo Lee, the Australian.
Oh, I love Minwoo, yeah.
Yeah. So it's exciting. I think one thing about Tiger, I was talking about today with one of my coaches for baseball. They were saying, Tiger, the betting odds for Tiger, you bet like Tiger or the field to win. Like that's how crazy his prime run was. And I was thinking, like, we don't really have anybody like that, like him or the field. I guess Scheffler is kind of the closest, even though Rory's the number one in the world, I guess. But I think Scheffler could be on his way. He's still young.
I mean,
that's look, just I think level of greatness you won't see.
I do think, Scotty's technically still a world number one. I think he's been the world number one for now. I think it's been, over a year. I think it's like there's some stretch of it. I think maybe 900 days he's been world number one. So, I mean, look, Scotty, I just don't think he comes close to Tiger yet. He still has a lot to prove. Look, if he wins the Masters this year, that's 2 in 3 years. That's 3 green jackets of all time. Tiger had 5. I mean, it's getting there, right? But he's still a ways away from being in the same conversation as Tiger. But I do think, look, I mean, you're right. Your coach said it best. I mean, the betting used to be a Tiger against the field. It was probably Tiger minus 150, the field plus 130. That's how crazy it got, right? I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah. And I know we said it right before we came on. How about Gary Player teeing it off? They said it, 270? At 89.
Was that true? Wait, is that true? Who verified that distance?
The guy, the Masters chairman.
Matthew, I'll have to say something. This guy is approaching 90 years old, and he's still hitting drives at.
You see that kick he did?
Serious?
I believe.
That's a classic kick. Classic kick.
Yeah.
Classic Gary Player kick.
Vicious.
Did you know that his son is banned from Augusta? He's banned because it was some event they were doing, and his son was caddying for his father Gary, and he just released this new product, these new golf balls, and they were honoring this black player, first African American to play in the Masters, I believe, and he was like showing these balls on camera the whole time like this while they were honoring this guy. And Augusta got very upset at this, saying it was not time for self-promotion, and he's been banned for life. So I was surprised he was actually there this year, Gary Player. I thought he was going to be.
Gary can't get his son off the ban list, though. I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, I know, right? Yeah, and I'm surprised actually Gary is. So I feel like you would figure Gary would be upset and he would like act like an act of protest and not go. That's what I'm surprised. But I guess you can't really pass up a chance, even if your son is banned, to go to Augusta, right?
Right. Yeah, to tee off the Masters. So
it's great. Who else teed off? Was it Jack Nicklaus and someone else?
Yeah, there's a third. I'm forgetting who.
It was Jack Nicklaus, who doesn't look great. I mean, I don't know how old he is. What is he? He's still consistent. I mean, he always jokes around, oh, can I get the tee in the ground? That's the biggest challenge every year, right? Getting the tee in the ground. He always says that. But it's always good to see him. He's a legend. Arguably the GOAT, right?
Right. Yeah. True.
He's 85. He looks okay. He looks solid. Still there.
The Swedish guy, Ludwig Åberg. Is it Åberg or
Åberg?
Åberg. Yes, it's Åberg. Yeah. I know it's not A.
I know. I always get that confused too, Matthew. It took me a while.
Yeah, Ludwig Åberg.
He's good, man.
Yes, he is good. He's had a few good rounds, and I saw that was one where I was looking at the odds. I didn't place any bets or anything for this Masters.
Well, you're not 21. You can't.
That's like the best odds for like the caliber players around him with those odds. I'm like, he's probably the best bet of those guys.
Now, was he near when he entering the tournament? Was he like plus 20,000? No, 2,000, like where Bryson was in that realm.
No, way. It was like.
Are you serious? Why didn't I place this? This is wow. That's really bad by me.
Yes,
that's bad.
So it wasn't like a tier 2 contender like Bryson. It was like tier 4.
That's tough that I missed that.
Yeah,
that sucks.
He's had a few good rounds. That seemed like I saw that and I was like, oh, interesting. This guy's I heard is like one of the best. But
oh yeah, he's phenomenal. He finished I think second last year. I think to Scotty in his first Masters appearance last year. He finished second. Right. So this guy's really a lot of young talent, Matthew. Yes, Genesis. Did he win the Genesis this year?
Oh, he won it this year. He won it
this year. Yeah, phenomenal. I think that was one of his first. If I don't know, it could have been his first PGA Tour win. The Genesis. I'm not sure. Maybe one.
Genesis is like the first big one of the year.
It is. Yeah, that's the one that Tiger hosts. Yes. And it couldn't be at Riviera this year because the hurricane. Oh, no, not the hurricane. wildfires. They had to move it somewhere else. I think they moved it to Torrey Pines, I believe, and he won there. That's impressive, tough course to play.
But this guy
you also have Terrell Haddon, Matthew. Are you a fan of Terrell Haddon, another live guy?
Not as familiar with him. I know he had
he's all right. He looks like Matthew. He looks identical to Shane Lowry.
He does. That's a good point. Now I'm seeing. Yeah, he's a live guy.
Yeah, he's a live guy. Dude, Shane Lowry, Matthew.
I never watched live, but
I mean, I have watched highlights. It's tough to watch it because look, there's still Matthew. These events, these live events, the purses are like 25 million. They're not playing for chump change. They're playing for pretty good money. But to me, it's like a little amateur hour still. I do like Bryce. He's my favorite guy, so maybe that gives me a reason to tune in if he's like in the running. But yeah, it's not really a reason to tune in. It's kind of an amateur hour, but Terrell Haddon's pretty solid.
I think there are some things they need to adopt from live though. Like shotgun start, I think is one of them.
Stupid, yeah. That's
even
stupid.
the broadcast of live.
Can they sign a big name broadcaster? I mean, come on.
It's CW, which is
I hate that scoreboard they use too. It's like on the whole half of the side.
That's not good. But there is something like when they're on the green, they have like the putting line, which is cool. So you see if the guys miss or not. They put like a putting line on the green.
I know, yeah. I have seen that. The 3D.
I think that's cool. There are just some things. The shorts, I think, is cool, right? Why?
Yeah.
Not at the Masters, but like every
not at the Masters. I think every major there should be long pants. Every other event, I don't care what you do, to be honest with you. But especially at a place like Augusta, sacred grounds, I agree with you. No shorts.
Brooks didn't have a good day.
You know what though, Matthew? He's +2. I would say he's not out of it yet. I would say, look, he's a long shot, but I wouldn't count him out of it. He can always go on to he can go on like a big stretch here. He's always like a streaky golfer.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look great.
Surprising. Tony Finau, who's usually like top 10 or top 20.
That guy stinks.
+3, but he never wins.
He's never won a major. I don't think he ever is going to win a major, Tony Finau. He can't play in a major.
Rahm.
Really bad.
+3, bad, yeah.
He just couldn't hit a putt today. I watched him, 5 times. I think he had a putt within 15 feet, and he just couldn't make it. He was really off. His reads were really off. I don't know what it was. His caddy maybe needs a new caddy or something, but he was really off to me.
Caddy change middle of the
tournament. That would be pretty bold.
So I'm excited tomorrow. I mean, it's better. It's just much better when they line up the tee times because like Justin Rose is like 7:45 a.m. tomorrow, but.
Yeah, because they have if you have the late tee time today, you can be early tomorrow. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see. I mean, look, you're gonna know what the lead is, right? Pretty early here, so it's gonna be pretty good to see.
Yeah,
Scotty, of course, is the best tee times. I think he gets to pick his tee time, Matthew, every year. I don't think he gets a randomized one. He gets to pick it every single year. This guy, I think so. Or they just they kiss his ass so much. Let's be honest, the announcers love. Gallop, just freaking annoying. It's kind of
even Mickelson gets a late tee time. Like why?
It's ridiculous.
What about Fred Couples?
It is the winners. Fred Couples
12.
He's going to be in the morning.
Winners get good tee times. That's what it is.
They do. Yeah, but if I was Fred, I would want to play in the morning. I'm an older guy. I'm going to get tired as the day goes on. I would want an older one to get it over with,
Yeah, so it's exciting. I think hopefully a lot of these names are in contention.
There's going to be a lot of good names here. I do like Shane Lowry. I like Victor Hovland. A lot of good names here.
I haven't seen them.
Hovland's they're both 1 under. Hovland and Lowry still in it.
All right, so they're in
range.
1 under. That's totally contentious. Rose shoots.
You're gonna see tomorrow who's in it and who's out. Tomorrow's a big day. I mean, to get within you have to be top 5 tomorrow. You have to be within the top 10 tomorrow to be in it, or else you're good. But
Patrick Reed in the hunt. Cam Smith.
Now, what are your thoughts on Sergio Garcia? Did you see that outfit today by Sergio? He was wearing the
spectacle outfit.
What was it? It was like red shirt and oh, come on, that guy. Look, I like Sergio, but that outfit is just ridiculous. It's plain out ridiculous. You look crazy. I mean, come on, is that serious? That's like almost disrespectful to Augusta wearing that outfit. Come on. Yeah. They're like, oh, he's honoring his country. Get at it. That's nonsense. You can honor your country by wearing a hat with the flag on it. Come on.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. That's just crazy. That's just plain out crazy.
I did see that. That was funny.
It's nuts.
Yeah, so it's an interesting field. I look forward to seeing. Did you see that Billy Horschel shot, that lefty shot from 2 weeks ago, by the way?
Was it out of the woods, out of the pine?
No, he's like up against the tree. He shot with the righty club. He shot it lefty.
Yeah. They do that quite often. Yeah, it happens. These players are so talented, Matthew. They can shoot from any side. I did see that. That was incredible. And look at Billy Horschel today, man.
Yeah, not
Terrible.
a good day.
Just so bad.
All right, so I think that's a lot on the Masters. We're gonna move
Yeah.
on now to our top 5 favorite announcers. John
Oh,
and I
this is a good one.
we both prepped our list. I think this is kind of timely with Sam Rosen retiring this year, even with John Sterling. New York guys retiring last year, so it's time.
It's time, man. Let's do a coin flip. Who goes first? All right, I have a coin right here. I think. Where's the coin?
Flip it. Do what you want.
Where is the coin? Now this coin is going missing, man. Oh yeah, here they are. All right, call heads or tails. I'll be honest.
We'll go tails.
It's tails.
Okay, so I'll take the first pick, I guess.
Don't do it.
So I'm not playing any games with this. I was thinking about like, oh, should I take popular guys so that I could like get them early? No, my favorite announcer to listen to is Mike Breen for the Knicks. So he's my number
Oh,
one.
that's great. Yeah, great one.
National. I'm glad he's on it. He's not in your face. He's a nice guy. I think like there are other guys in New York that talk too much, are just loud. Like he's a great voice, great cadence, great. Obviously, the bang is iconic. Great like big calls. So that's the announcer I most enjoy listening to. It's gonna be a sad day when he retires.
Yeah, he's amazing, Matthew. His chemistry with Clyde too, they're just awesome to listen to. And that makes me like you said you can't, you're not looking forward to when he retires. I'm not looking forward to when Clyde retires. That's going to be kind of sad too. But I think Clyde's going to do this until he dies, to be honest with you. He's going to keep going. He doesn't do the road games anymore, a lot of, traveling. So let him do the home games until he, ceases to exist. I don't care. Clyde is just awesome. Him and Mike Green's just great, man. Great voice. I think he's a Fordham grad, Matthew.
Yes.
There you go. Fordham grad. Yeah, great guy. And look, and the other Fordham grad who I'm not a fan of, who's not going to be on any of our lists, is Michael K. Because I think he's trash. Actually, I think he's
overrated.
I used to be very overrated. I used to be a Michael K. guy, but I don't know. He's just not good compared to the other baseball guys across the league. You listen to anyone else, I think they're better. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I think his voice, he has good calls occasionally, but overall, like speaking from like listening to him the whole game, he's annoying. You're right, he talks too much. He tries to be funny when he's not. He's a little like obnoxious in my opinion. He's annoying.
I think he's like fine. I don't think he's like one of the best. Like I don't think he should do Sunday Night Baseball or something. I think he's fine. The see ya is a decent call, I think. But like he says see ya, and then he says like 3 more lines after that. It's like he's like see ya. It's like too much. We get it. Like,
you're right.
This is not the radio. We see it's a 3-run home run.
We know.
A 3-run home run from Judge. His second of the day. Like just like too much.
Yeah, his second of the day. Yeah, he always loves that. The fast. He's like his second of the day. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right. Look, I think he announces the game like it's on the radio, and that's not what you do on TV.
Maybe you should go back to the radio.
I mean, look, if you're a blind person watching the game, it's not bad, I guess.
Yeah, he does. That's true. He does a good job of that.
All right, I'm gonna go. I can't believe you didn't pick him, Matt. And man, you might not be a fan of him. I don't know if we talked about this. Doc Emmerich is my number one.
Yeah, big mistake. Actually.
Hockey. The playoffs have not been the same since he has retired. Just a big loss. Just a horrible loss for the hockey the whole community of hockey. This guy, you knew it was a big game when he was calling it. Just Matthew from the beginning. We playing in the DC, like it says Capitals Flyers here in the capital of the United States, like just like amazing, just so iconic.
And the theme song was great too.
NBC. We should have that queued up. I should have that queued up. That's my mistake there. Yeah. But this guy was so good. A lot of iconic calls. Matthew, a lot of them against the Rangers. Henrique gets over. What's that guy? Martinez, the Stanley Cup. Oh yeah, the step-on overtime goal. St. Louis. Here's St. Louis moving in score. I mean, he's so iconic. And just so, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Like he just knew he loved hockey so much. You knew that like every time he was doing a game, he wanted to be there. He wasn't doing it because it was his job. He was like a fan, like a little fan, watching doing these games. It was incredible. I think he retired way too soon, Matt. He's only like 70 years old.
Alive, yeah.
I mean, he's only 70.
Yeah,
sad.
A lot of these guys, like even like the versatility we could talk about. Like Doc Emmerich had a hocky voice, and like even the way he said like score with like an A, like scar. Yeah. It was a hockey voice. You could not put Doc Emmerich then like on a baseball call.
You can't. You're right.
He was in the perfect role calling the big hockey games. That's why. And credit to like NBC for putting him in the right spot. Like he should be a hockey announcer.
Yeah.
He was. He's one of the best.
I know, unreal. And look, Matthew, I wish he got to call the Ovechkin breaking goal. That would have been great for him to call, but unfortunately, it was Kenny Albert who calls every freaking game we know. I mean, the guy talk about versatility. Kenny Albert's your guy when it comes to that.
Yeah,
Jeez,
Giants game, then the Rangers game, then he's on the Knicks game. It's
good announcer, but like it's just like he just doesn't touch Doc.
You're not making my
list. All right, Matthew, you're number 2 now.
All right, my number 2, I am going to go with the baseball guy. I thought of this. I think David Cohn. I think color, always providing something insightful. Now I think he's got a worthy promotion. Is he on Sunday Baseball or ESPN?
Yeah, Sunday night. Yeah,
but provides like always something insightful, not something like obvious or something I could see by watching or something untrue. Even like we were just talking, John Flaherty, who's like sometimes a tough watch for the Yankees. Like some of these things are just like untrue. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. There was a few in the Pirates game where I'm like watching the game and I know baseball and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think he's great, but Cohn always insightful, a good voice also, and like has the factor of having played like Clyde or like other guys where he earns that respect.
Yeah, and you led that into my next pick, Matthew. Clyde Frazier, number 2 for me. Clyde is just a legend. I mean, just like those alliterations or class, addition and the rhymes, dishing and swish and moving and grooving.
Provocative.
I mean, yeah, interesting vocabulary choices by him sometimes. Provocative, just like words that I never heard of. I mean, you could learn a lot from listening to Clyde. A game when Clyde's calling it, you can learn a lot. But he's just great, just iconic. I mean, look, he doesn't really provide. To be honest with you, he doesn't provide much. But just like just hearing his rhymes, just like you watch, like it's just like that's what comes. Like when you're watching Knicks game, you expect to hear those rhymes, and without when he retires, it's gonna be a very sad day because you've become so used to hearing him.
Yeah, well, it's a green is like the play-by-play and the color, and then like Clyde is just like a few rhymes.
Yeah, just like obvious. He's like Captain Obvious, to be honest with you, a little too. He's like, oh, here's Brunson, and the Knicks have 2 fouls to give, Mike.
Yeah.
It's just like obvious stuff.
No, he's always on the replays. He's like, a look back at Brunson, dishing and swishing.
And there's Cat, slamming and jamming there.
Yeah, it's always on the replays. He never says anything live.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right. But he honestly, Matthew, he has a good flow to his game. He has a good flow. Like, he's very good. Good pace. He's a professional, and I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame when it comes down to it, in broadcasting Hall of Fame when it comes down to it. Give me Clyde, number 2.
Okay. My next is going to be Sam Rosen, just kind of growing up with him. I think I don't think he's like the best ever, but I think he's just like 40 years. Like I've been listening to him for all 18 years of my life. Even the first rounds he gets for the playoffs, a lot of good. The Rangers tend to win in the first round, so a lot of good calls there. Just throughout the years, I don't know. Maybe it's just a voice I'm accustomed to, but I think he's a good voice. I think he has generally good calls. I think there's sometimes where recently he's a little old, sometimes the age catches up to him a little bit, but overall, I think he's good.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's obviously lost a step here over the past 5 years, I would say, maybe 10. Yeah. But look, he's still a professional. He still has an iconic voice. Still can call a really good hockey game at his age, which is impressive. And I think he's retiring at the right time. I think I got to admit that. He really is. He realized, I think I heard him on a podcast say, I'm going to retire when I've realized I have lost a step. I don't want to go out because I can't do it anymore. I want to go out on my own terms, and he's doing it at the right time. Good for Sam.
And he's still
you know what it is. Look, he could go. Look, if he could probably go another 5 years, Matthew, but it would not be a great. He doesn't want to go out, because he can't do it anymore. Like he said, he doesn't want to go out. He doesn't want these next 5 years to be like embarrassing for him. He wants to go out looking still pretty good, which is respectable. It's good. But look,
the Sterling did it.
Yeah, he went on way too long.
A few years too long.
And I think the playoffs last year was an overstretch. I guess they didn't really have a permanent guy, so that's why he did the playoffs. But now you can't do it because you have Sims. But you're right, it was a little too long for Sterling. But look, he's a legend. He might be on my list here in a little bit. But I do love Sterling. But I do agree with you where it was time for him to go a couple years ago. You're right about that. Absolutely. But Sam Rosen, man, it's gonna be. Look, he's had a couple iconic calls. I can't forgive him for the call, Matthew. 1994, and this one will last a lifetime.
Yeah,
It really, it's probably is going to last a lifetime, our lifetime.
That's on him.
I can't forget. It is on him. It's just like I won't forgive him for that call, but it was an iconic one. The Panarin overtime goal, Game 7 comes to mind. That was really good.
Yeah,
just great. A lot of great calls over the years. Really good. Sam Rosen, that's a great pick for you. I'm gonna go. This is tough for me now. Oh man, I don't know. Do I go local? Do I go national? Let's go. I don't know. Let's go friggin' Bill Rafferty. Do you know Bill Rafferty? And March Madness guy. He's the color guy. Always says get the puppies organized, or a little kiss off the glass. He's great. I do really enjoy his commentary. He's a smart guy.
I gotta pay attention to this guy.
You know who he is. He talks about the onions. How about those onions? When they're announcing the March Madness, you would know him. I do like him. He always makes me laugh when he says gets the puppies organized, like his common phrases. Really enjoy listening to him. He's a very good basketball mind as well. I think he was a coach back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, or a player. So knows a lot when it comes to basketball. I'm really enjoying one when I watch March Madness. Give me Bill Rafferty. That's a shocker at 3. Why not?
Yeah, that is a bit of a shocker. So I still have everyone on my big board now. The only one, Clyde, and I just forgot about Doc Emmerich, but that would have been up there. I'll go with the youngin, as I guess Bill Rafferty would say. I'm gonna go with Greg Olson, NFL. I think best color guy in the NFL. I think Brady's is not.
Oh, Matthew, let's be no. He's ass. Brady is shit.
Yeah, not the top guy. I think the top guy, the color guy, who I would want to call the Super Bowl, is probably Greg Olson. It's a similar vibe. Same reason I like David Cohn. I think it's like respect factor, played the game, insightful, not in your face, like valuable contributions, not like telling me exactly what I'm watching in front of me. Like I think that's all valuable. Like when he's speaking, I kind of like listen. There's that respect factor. So same reason David Cohn. I think he's got a bright future. He should be the number 1 guy at Fox.
Yeah, Greg Olson's a good pick. I did enjoy them. I really do miss him as the number 1 guy. Now he gets stuck with these really like mediocre games. Is he still with Kevin Burke? No, who's he with now?
Yeah, he's Burkhardt.
No, wait, I thought that he was with Brady now, though.
Oh, Brady's with Burkhardt. Yeah, you're right.
Who is he with? I don't know. I think he got.
I
don't. He might be right. I think he got stuck with a really bad play-by-play. It's such a shame. Tom Brady is so bad. We spoke about being Captain Obvious. This guy is the epitome of that. He is so terrible. I mean, honestly, he gets paid, and it's so sickening to me. This guy gets paid $300. He got a $350 million deal to be a color guy, and I can say the same things as he's saying. Why can't I be a $350 millionaire? I mean, come on, are you serious? Right. I mean, this guy is unreal. He's so bad. I think he was really horrific in the Super Bowl. And hopefully Fox takes note. Look, Matthew, he can honestly, and I understand now he's a part owner of the Raiders. Hopefully, something to do with that gets him makes him go away from announcing. Hopefully there's some rule like, oh, you can't be an owner and announcer at the same time. Hopefully they establish that because this guy needs to go yesterday. He needs to go, this guy. Yeah. He's so bad. And Greg Olson, great pick there. I'm going to go Jim Nantz then. I think when Jim Nantz is calling a big game, when Jim Nantz is calling a game, it's big. Just an iconic voice. I do, honestly, I like him more in golf than football. I think football, he's a good announcer. I think he's a little overrated in football. I don't think he's the number 1 football guy, in my opinion. I rather Kevin Harlan or Ian Eagle. I like them better in football. But the Masters is just iconic, man. When I heard him today on the main feed, it's like, wow. I mean, spring is golf season's back. Summer's on its way. When you hear his voice, it's a good time. Jim Nantz, iconic. He has had some really good golf calls over the years. Phil Defeat's Father Time comes to note. Scotty Scheffler outshines them all, like really good ones. The return to glory, obviously, when Tiger won 19. So give me Jim Nantz, man. His voice is just one of the best. He's one of the best to ever do it when it comes down to things. So
yeah, I was gonna pick Nantz. I was hoping I was just gonna sneak that by you, but
nope.
Now I can go through my thought process here. I do like Ryan Ruocco. I don't think he's like my top 5 favorite.
Okay, yeah.
But I think he's okay.
That'd be a stretch, yeah.
He might be better.
Because what does he do now? Like WNBA he does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I do think underrated. My one guy I have for football, Al Michaels, I think is underrated. I think when he's calling the game, I think he's good. Voice.
I mean, look,
it's like first game of the year. It has like big game feel. I know they give the bad games now to Amazon Prime, and he's kind of stuck there. But I think been listening to him for a long time. I think he's fine. I'm gonna be stuck with Sterling here at 5. I'm just gonna go with Sterling.
Oh shit! All right.
Sterling should be higher. Sterling should be higher. I was really put off by the last few years. I remember last year's opening day against the Astros. I was stuck in traffic and I'm listening on the fan. And I basically just had like no clue what was going on. Like I remember
you had to check the game. You had to follow along with the game cast, Matthew. It's the same thing.
I know, yeah, but except like the Yankees hit to 4 double plays that game. That's what I remember. But like even the way he's calling the double plays, he's like another one. Like I'm like another one. I have no clue.
Another one.
It's like another one. Inning over. I'm like, what? What just happened? Just like calls go miss. Like one batter's up, and then the next time he speaks, like the next batter's up. I don't know. So that really was like a disturbing experience.
That's so funny.
It was really hard to follow. But I think like he's a classic voice. Like been doing it for so long, and in his prime, he was solid.
Oh, I mean, it is high as far as gone as one of the most iconic calls in baseball history. And look, you do miss him, and I do think they have a really good replacement, Matthew, David Sims. I don't know if
for like an inning.
Look, if you haven't heard him yet, he's really phenomenal. He has some chemistry with. I think Susan Waldman is a little annoying, to be honest. I think he's kind of fed up with her after. I think it's been like 8 games. You could hear it a little bit. I was listening to the game on the radio the other day. It looks like he's a little fed up with her. He doesn't really respond to her like side conversations. You can tell. I don't know if they're gonna last. I think she's gonna leave soon because she might claim, oh, since John is not there anymore, I decided to step down or something like that. But Sims is really good voice. So good. I like his home run calls. Hey now, I like that. It's good. It's a good home run.
Hey
he
now.
doesn't force. Hey now, that's good. I like it. I am gonna miss like when the Yankees get a new player, what's gonna be Sterling's call? Like you always were wondering.
Right, that's
that. I'm gonna miss that factor.
Look, he cared. Yeah,
he cared. No, yeah, he was great, man. I mean, he did go on too long, but look, I respect. Look, he was 85 and still doing playoff games. That's impressive, Matthew, for anybody, right? I mean, at that time you're sitting on your couch at night. You're asleep at 8 o'clock when you're that age. He was doing a Yankee playoff game in the 3rd inning, so that's impressive. But yeah, I mean, look, great pick for you. I'm gonna go. I might go really surprising here. I'm between like a couple guys, and look, I might be forgetting somebody.
So could I? I could be forgetting.
This is really tough. Give me Ian Eagle with this one. I think he's a great football announcer and a great basketball announcer. I mean, he's a new Final Four guy since Nance stepped down from that role, so he's really good. I do like his calls. The big slant, like he has a good voice. He's actually, Matthew, I don't know if you saw it, but his son is actually doing games now. He said he has like the same voice as his dad. It's pretty funny.
Really?
I don't know if you've heard him yet.
I know his son is doing games. I haven't listened to any.
That's like textbook nepotism, but we won't mention that. But it's textbook.
Like Kenny and Marv Albert.
Yeah, Kenny and Marv, Jack and Joe Buck, like just the same thing. But look, he does sound the same. I guess he has a good voice. So it sounds like his dad and Ian. But I think Ian Eagle, great football. I think he's the best football announcer, better than Jim Nance, in my opinion. I do enjoy listening to his games more. And then basketball, he's taken on a really good role since Nance has stepped down. He's done a really good job since he's been put into that role. So give me Ian Eagle at 5. I think that's a solid. I think we both have really solid lists, and it's gonna be close in the voting.
Yeah, we'll put it to a vote. We'll see what people say. Yeah, I think that was fun. That was a worthwhile exercise. I'm glad we did. I think it's timely. Yeah, so let's move on to the Yankees then. What have you been seeing? I've been watching a lot of the games early in the season. Still fun to watch. Maybe it won't be fun to watch in a month or so, but what are you seeing?
I'm seeing that Devin Williams shouldn't be the closer. That's what I'm seeing right now.
I think
you know what? My friend brought up a good point. When he was traded, his agent told him, there was some rumors out there that his agent told him that he was going to LA, the Dodgers. And he was very excited. And then he was shortly after told that he was getting traded to the Yankees. I think ever since then, he's had a sense of not wanting to be here. You can sense it, Matthew. The whole facial hair policy,
that was
the reason why it's relaxed was because of him.
Yeah.
Screw him. And you know what though? I was a fan of letting go of that facial hair policy. I wasn't really a traditionalist when it came to that. But if he was the one guy who changed it, screw him. What does he have? What say does he have? He hasn't pitched a game yet, and he's changing a policy that has been in place for 40 years. What the hell are you making? Come on now, please. I want this guy off my team. I want them to trade him. Trade him at the deadline, Matthew. He doesn't want to be here. Clearly, you can see him, Matthew. He's not into it, Matthew. You can see it. You can see
your brother said that.
He's not there.
The body language is not good. Very important on the mound to exude confidence. I thought so right away. I was like, this guy throws one pitch, doesn't throw a high
And that
velocity.
airbender, it's the airbender. Where is it bending? It stinks. The
Yeah.
airbender is so
And
overrated.
then he throws the fastball. It's like 91
The
down the
fastball is
middle.
flat. It's a
Yeah.
flat ball. Flat ball, I'm going to call it.
Oh, that was one I was just talking about Flaherty. Flaherty was like, "Oh, that's Devin Williams' best." He went with his best fastball 2-0. It was like a
Best
90
fastball.
mile per hour, like right down the middle. I was like, "What best fastball?" I
Yeah.
don't know, this like that. He doesn't have to me. It doesn't feel like he has closer stuff. Like I think closer come in, throw hard, or like you dominate with that one pitch, and it hasn't been that. I'm not on the trade him train at this point. I'm not even off the demote him off closer train. I think he's like been a successful closer, and maybe he can be like a average closer, but like this guy's like the elite closer, and then we're gonna extend him next year. Never been a fan of that. Never been a fan of paying closers. There are guys with elite stuff that are failed starters that you move to the bullpen and find it. Look, if you could throw 99, if you could just locate it, I mean, you're a closer basically. Not like 96 or 97 anymore. But if you could hit triple digits, you're a high leverage guy. If you could locate
Yes,
it, no
absolutely.
doubt about
Yep.
it. So,
There's a
I'm
difference
just
between
not, I'm
Matthew.
not
There's
a
a
fan
big
of
difference.
paying
There's a
this
big
guy
yeah.
big money, but yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You cannot do that. You cannot. I'm not. First of all, I'm not a big fan of paying closers to begin with. Devin Williams being that guy, no thanks. I would pay Luke Weaver $20 million over paying Devin Williams $20 million.
Weaver's much. I feel much more confident when Weaver like
He just because he cares, Matthew. He wants to be the closer of the New York Yankees. This guy cares about being a Yankee. Devin Williams could go screw. I want him out of the team.
Yeah.
Go trade him. Field some offers.
There's the level of like reliability now with Weaver. This guy was awesome in the playoffs, and even there was a big game where he came into maybe a situation to get 4 outs. I think maybe it was against the Diamondbacks. He came in like bases loaded.
Yeah, and he got it.
And it was like he worked at the 3, but like there was never like a doubt in my mind. But he got to 3 balls, and he was going to throw ball 4 to walk in a guy like Williams, like as a 3-run lead. He's walking guys, stuff you can't do.
He is so horrific. I really want him off the team. I look, it could be a little premature, but I would definitely consider moving to a closer by committee type deal. Weaver being the guy as of right now. Maybe you change. Maybe he does bad, and then you switch back to Williams. Like do something like that. Why was Williams set in stone the closer? I understand you traded for him. He was the big acquisition. But why was he? I mean, look, Luke Weaver proved so much to me in the playoffs last year. He proved so much to me late in the regular season last year. Why wasn't he the closer to begin the season? Have Devin Williams be your setup guy. Like, why? Why do that? I feel like that screwed up the I don't know. I don't really get it. I don't really know. Honestly, I don't know what the problem is. I think the problem is he doesn't want to be here. And I will stick on that point.
Yeah. Something also, and the Yankees have kind of adopted this. Something to me that's very important that I think the Yankees do better job than most. I'm just noticing it is you have to have all bullpen arms ready to get, let's call it 5 outs at any given time, because you never have you rarely have a situation where everyone goes exactly 1 inning. So eventually either one guy's going to have to get 1 out and then like he's thrown 3 pitches, like he's screwed up, or you have a guy get 4 outs, or the starter's going 5 1/3, you get the next guy 5 outs. Yeah. Like it's very important to have that flexibility, to have everyone be able to get 4 outs, 5 outs. The Yankees do a better job than most teams. Weaver can give you 4 outs. Even the way they've used all their relievers.
This guy Cruz can now. This guy Cruz is not bad.
Two good innings against the Diamondbacks. I'm trying to think. All of them do, except for Williams. And Williams, I think, I don't know. That's not something that's going to fix him, but something I've noticed. I think I appreciate the Yankees that they have that.
Yeah, no, they have a solid bullpen, Matthew, solid depth, but I mean, they just don't have that closer figured out yet. And you thought you had to figure it out. Look, going into the season, you're like, oh, it's nice that they have this big time close. And look, we could be over.
I really did not think that though.
I thought going into it, I'm like, okay, we have this fortified closer. First time we've had a fortified closer since like Chapman, pre-Chapman when we traded Torres for him. I'm talking like not Torres. What did we get? No. Chapman before we traded him for Torres. That's like like first Yankees tenure Chapman. We have closer for the first time since then. 3 games in, I'm like, okay, this is like Clay Holmes all over again. Even worse, to be honest with you. This guy can't throw a strike. This airbender it's not bending. And the flat ball stinks. This guy needs to figure out another pitch. Maybe Matt Blake, get him in the lab and then establish a changeup this guy could throw or something. I don't know.
Oh, and the other thing, this guy Cookie Carrasco's BP out there. Yeah, I mean, you're right. The ERA is not infinity this year.
Matthew, let me tell you something. Cookie Carrasco, this guy has been done for 4 years now. Yeah. He hasn't had a good season since I've been in middle school, and I'm in college, right? I'm a junior in college. He hasn't had a solid season since what, 6 years ago, 2018. I mean, come on, why is this guy still on the team? Please, this guy stinks.
I was watching. I turned on one inning for the Yankees Tigers. I was at my work, and I watched like bomb, back to back home runs.
He throws literal
fly
BP.
out to the warning track, and then
it's
the next one's a home run. Just really BP flat stuff like that. And he doesn't have good stuff, but then he's like, oh, he throws 5 pitches. It doesn't matter. He's hanging the change.
Look, if all 5 pitches stink, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The changeup. He's hanging the slurve. He hangs the sinker. He hangs the fastball. Location's not there. When you have bad stuff like that, you need to be pinpoint, and he's far from pinpoint.
He's pretty bad, Matthew. I mean, look, he is a guy that it almost looks like a position player pitching the ball when he's in there. It's so bad. It's just I think it's like a level up from a position player being in there. Is that pretty accurate? Yeah. It's a level up from a position player. He is so horrific. I mean, to the fact that, look, I understand the Yankees have dealt with 3 injuries now, but the fact that this guy is on your roster with a payroll eclipsing $300 million is kind of laughable in my opinion. So it's laughable.
And
why is he employed?
Will Warren doesn't have good numbers, but I think I'm not a big Will.
I liked what I've seen so far from him. I do like what I see.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's been fine. There's just been a few innings. Like you learn as
I think the walks is a problem for him, the control issue.
But it's the walks like for no reason. It's not like the walks.
Yeah, it's like walking the leadoff guy. It's like walking the 9-hitter when there's 2 outs and nobody on.
Falefa.
Yeah, that was so bad. Connor Fiefa. That was no reason to walk Connor Fiefa.
No reason. So just a few things like rookie mistakes. I think his stuff has been good. He's got to stay in when Schmidt comes back next week, and they got to cut Carrasco immediately.
Yeah, speaking of Schmidt, it was a 4 innings scoreless outing in his rehab start today in AAA. So I'm really looking forward to. I think Clark's going to be the second best pitcher this year. I'm really looking forward to watching him. I think last year he was a little underrated. I think he had a really strong year last year. Maybe his ERA was a little inflated from a couple bad outings here and there, but for the most part, he was pretty consistent. Matthew last year was pretty consistent. Other than Cole, he was probably the best Yankees pitcher last year. So I really like Clark. He had a pretty good outing against the Royals last year in the playoffs. Am I correct? He won pretty good outing. I think he pitched like 5 innings of 2-run ball.
I think he was like he got us like some innings. I think he
was And look, Max Fried had a really tremendous outing the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could strike out over 10 batters a game. I didn't know that was really his game.
I thought it was contact. I thought it was soft contact.
More contact. Yeah, and look, he has a lot of swing. He does pitch a contact at times, but he does have the ability to pitch a game where he is getting a lot of whiffs. And you saw that against the Tigers. Look, the Tigers aren't a great team. They do have some solid hitters in there. I'm not going to,
they look good against the Yankees.
That. Yeah. No, it's still a great start. 11 strikeouts going again. I think he was motivated because he was going against his high school teammate in Flaherty. That was a pretty good story there. So I think he was extra motivated to, beat him. He did that, and I mean the Yankees almost blew it at the end. That 9th inning was an absolute disaster. They had to bring in Mark Leiter for the final out, a guy who also stinks, has to get off this team. I think Mark Leiter is horrendous.
What? Mark Leiter doesn't have good stuff, and it's obviously fair. But the guy's mixing like 6 pitches. He's like trying out. He's mixing 6 pitches. I respect that, to be honest. I do.
Look, I do. I think his goatee has to go, man. It's so bad. The thing talking about the facial hair policy, that goatee is one of the worst goatees I have seen. Hey, does this guy? My question is, Matthew, these guys, when they wake up, do they look in the mirror before they go out? Like, does he look in the mirror and go, okay, I look really good with this. I'm going to pitch a gem today. Are you really? Are you blind? Get these guys' eyes checked, man. Come on, please. It's so bad.
That's funny. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And one guy too, I'm kind of over. I mean, look, I guess he's been overall okay in his Yankees tenure. I'm over this like Carlos Rodon shtick where he does like gives you a few good innings. It's just like a blow up inning every start where it's like sometimes it's just a solo shot, but so it's like walks that lead to like a grand slam, and then he can give you length. He gets through 6 innings.
Hey, Matthew, let me tell you something right now.
6 innings, 4 runs. It's like I'm over that.
And let me tell you something right now. I am so over his wife complaining on Twitter over these calls. Shut up. Shut the hell up, Ashley Rodon. We don't care about your husband and the calls he doesn't get. Do the calls matter when he gives up these bombs? He's giving up. Does she understand that he is serving up meatballs and giving up home runs every start? Stop it with these fucking borderline calls. Every pitcher has to deal with this. It's not just your husband. There's no vendetta against your husband. Ashley Rodon, take a seat. Sit out on this. Sit out on the next start, please, for all of us. It's so annoying. I see what he gives. I see this like after he gives up 5 runs. I'm pissed at the team loss. Then I see her tweets complaining. Like sit the next one out.
The screenshots. It's like just barely clipping the stone, and she's like, "Oh,
it's so annoying." It's like, bro, they don't have a vendetta against your husband. That's not the case. Like, sit the next one out.
Sit the next one out. No, one thing about Rodon, I guess, like the positive spin on this is coming into the Yankees, fastball slider. Even I watched that perfect or no hitter he threw. It's like fastball slider, 2 pitches. Now he's got 6. So like, as he gets older, if he could throw the kitchen sink at you, that's a benefit. Maybe he could be crafty. A lot of the pitches. There's that guy, the pitch profiler on Twitter or whatever. All of his pitches have decent stuff. It's like 6 of them.
They do, yeah. The stuff plus bullshit.
Stuff plus. So look, that's a positive that he's he could. You got to be now. You got to like execute that and like actually pitch and think, okay, what this guy going to be on my hanging curveball? Probably. And you got to pitch.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm done with the shtick. Honestly, I think Rodon's honestly I think he's a loser when it comes down to things. I think in sports there are winners and there are losers, Matthew. I think it's clear that he's a loser. I am rooting for the guy. I think it's clear because you marry someone that's taking screen. I'm going back to this. You marry someone that's just a testament of your character. You marry someone that's posting screenshots on Twitter during your starts when you're getting shelled over a borderline call. Again, Ashley, everybody deals with this. Stop. And look, Carlos Rodon. Look, whatever. It is what it is. I don't really like him. I think Max Fried is the best guy in this rotation, obviously. Look, it just makes me miss Garrett Cole even more, Matthew, because Max Fried and Garrett Cole as your 1-2 would be one of the best 1-2, probably the best 1-2 in baseball.
It's a shame we can't experience with Cookie Carrasco, these disastrous Cookie Carrasco starts.
I mean, Marcus Stroman too, man. Marcus Stroman's he's terrible. He is so bad. I mean, 7.270 ERA. I told you this. This guy stinks, man. I mean, it's all me. They're like, oh, he has a sinker. It looks like a changeup. Is the sinker a changeup? It's so bad. It's like 88. And it falls a little. I mean, it falls a little bit, but it falls right into the hitter's wheelhouse, and they fucking bomb. They shell him. I mean, come on, this guy has to go. And his attitude is terrible. He almost didn't show up. He almost was a holdout, like a guy in the NFL during spring training. He almost held out. I didn't even know that was possible in the MLB, man. I didn't even know that was possible in the MLB. He almost held out. And a guy that stinks. What is he holding out for? Getting released? Getting DFA'd? Is that what he's getting held out for? Being DFA'd? Really? Yeah. Disgrace. They have a lot of losers.
He's not the toughest game anymore. I mean, it's a guy that relied on. He never had the velocity, but it's a guy that relied on location. Now the location's not. There's some hangers, and then there are just more walks too. So
I despise him.
Command. I know you really dislike Marcus Stroman, but I mean, this rotation. You kind of said Garrett Cole pushes everyone back. Everyone else is in a different. Now, asking Max Fried to be the ace is just a different question. The standards are now higher.
I think he's an ace. But
the standards are higher. Yeah. That's just the way it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Garrett Cole, there's some protection. There's just none of that now. Now he's got.
Look, I mean, look. If you have Garrett Cole healthy, it's Cole, it's Fried, and then Rodon's your 3 starter. You're okay with Rodon as your 3 starter. I'm fine with that, honestly. I think he could really thrive under that role. But Rodon is under more pressure as a 2 starter / ace. I think he's like kind of a co-ace now. With Max Fried, and he stinks under pressure. You've seen it. You've seen it over the past. So, hitting wise, Matthew, I'm going to give my credit to Paul Goldschmidt, who is batting 383. He looks really good at the plate, Matthew. And look, he kills lefties. Obviously, that's his forte, hitting lefties. But this guy's really putting on a clinic, and I think he has a lot to give this year. I'm really high on him. I know it's only been 12 games, but so far, it looks like he could have a pretty solid year, Matthew, and that's what you want at first base. That's a great upgrade over Rizzo, who really stunk last year.
Yeah, that's my dad's guy. He was really excited they got Paul Goldschmidt. Then we went to a game, the 3rd game of the season, and it was a righty starter, and obviously Goldschmidt's a righty. And he said, wait, Goldschmidt's not a switch hitter? So I don't know. He thought it was a switch hitter.
Who was he confusing him for?
35 home runs for Paul Goldschmidt as a switch hitter. So
what does he have now? He has 1. All right. I mean,
but he's batting 400. He's
batting 400. So it's fine. Fine by me.
He hits lefties. And look, eventually down the line, Stanton going to be back before June 1st.
Not going to happen. No updates. Hey, Matthew, what happened to the updates? I haven't heard an update.
He's off the TrackMan machine.
TrackMan?
He's off the TrackMan.
Matthew, since that update you sent me like 2 weeks ago, I haven't heard anything. And you know what that's going to tell me? Surgery's looming. Surgery is
Retirement.
looming. Retirement is looming. He better call up those. He better call up those nursing home
But for the hypothetical, let's say they have Stan back at some point. I think the way they do this is use Rice at first base against the righties and Goldschmidt against the lefties. But he's been hitting the righties too to some extent. Or maybe you get him involved with the DH, like you do like a rotation of the three, where each plays 2/3 of the games between Stanton, Rice, and Goldschmidt. Use all three of them, like 2/3 of the games.
It's not a bad idea.
But look, all three can mash, have mashed when they've been out there. So that's how I would use them.
I suggested Rice as a third baseman, and that really backfired on me. I didn't realize he was a lefty, so that was pretty funny.
I think he's a righty fielder, though, John. I think he's a right. He feels right.
He does. Wait, does he throw right?
I think he throws right.
Can we teach him how to play third base, please?
What about Goldschmidt at third base?
Goldschmidt at third base? Nah, he can't play. Matthew, he has no range anymore. Have you seen the guy run on the base paths? He can't run. He can't run anymore. What makes you think he can shag a ground ball at third? No way. No way, Jose.
Well, I have to say, Rice.
Rice can play third base, man. Teach him third base. I don't honestly put him at second base and put Jazz at third. That's what I would do.
Second,
that's not a bad idea. And he could be catcher. Matthew, he's a catcher too. He could play some catcher.
They should cut that guy JC Escara and just put Rice back catcher.
I know JC Escara. This guy's look. It's a nice story. He has been
he got his first hit. He got his first hit.
He got his first hit. That's an accomplishment for Escara. Guy that probably thought he was going to be working another job, like an accountant a few years ago. It didn't look like his baseball career was going to pan out a few years ago. And getting a hit in the major league, that's a good accomplishment. A good accomplishment enough to just release him now. He's really stinks. And this other guy, what's this guy's name? Reyes. Who the hell is this guy?
Oh my goodness, he's the worst.
Pablo Reyes is so bad.
His swings look like he's taking like a beer league swing.
No, it is. It's really bad. It's just like he has to go. I don't know how he made. How did he make the roster? How did he make the roster? I just don't. I couldn't really tell you this.
And
he was on the Mets last year. This guy played one game.
Look, it's beyond me. Peraza's played
Red
really
Sox
well.
too.
I like Peraza. Rivera's been fine too. But this guy Reyes, he's supposed to be a defensive guru. Plays at third base with the Max Fried start. He was abysmal. He was really bad that start. Look, they hit 9 home runs. It ends up being okay, but can't field. The swings look like it's beer league. It's not good.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, it does.
He's not had a good track record up there in his career hitting. Not been his forte. And we haven't seen. They said they have him for the positional versatility. I don't see any of that. Well, he's not. I don't. He hasn't played anywhere. So
I see nothing.
Here's the positional versatility. You have Rice trade at second base, first base, and catcher. Use them at all three. That's the position.
Third base too, yeah. Third base too, but
third base everywhere. Rice.
Reyes is so bad. He's a non-factor. He's just so bad. He's not an MLB caliber player. Why is he on the Yankees? A team that has a payroll near. I'll go to it again. A team that has a payroll near $300 million. Why is he employed by the New York Yankees? Embarrassing. He should be employed by a team that's located in Sacramento temporarily. That's the type of team he should be employed by, not the Yankees.
Or just not in the majors.
Just not in the majors. You're right.
I don't think anybody would claim him.
Matthew, I want to give some flowers to Trent Grisham as well. 367 OPS of 1.141 and has 3 home runs here in the early going. The only thing I saw a tweet that you put out there. The only thing that kills you is his nonchalant defense when you need him to throw out a runner. When you need someone that's rounding the bases.
Everyone loves it until a double becomes a triple, until a single becomes a double, until he can't throw out a runner.
He has to realize the circumstance.
I need him to play hard. I want to pretend like he cares, even though he doesn't work. Whatever. The whole thing is nonchalant. I need him to care a little more. Yeah,
and Matthew, that mustache is crazy too. Does he get that shit groomed every day? It's kind of nuts, that mustache. Him and Austin Wells, the 2 mustache brothers. I mean, it's kind of crazy at this rate. I mean, how do you go out with that and say I look really good with it? It looks trash. It looks terrible.
No, it's horrible. Baseball.
It's funny, but like other than being a baseball player, it's just really I
wouldn't want to go about that everyday life. But you're a baseball player.
I guess it's acceptable. I guess in that realm, I guess it's acceptable. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
But look, Trent Grisham good. Judge obviously also a good start. Jazz ever since that first series, he's been terrible. Batting 180 now.
Jazz guy. You're a big Jazz guy.
Yeah, maybe I kind of hopped off that train pretty quickly
already.
I'm not a big look. I'm a fan of his. I think he's exciting.
You
I
said
think
he's
what he
your
brings
favorite
to the team.
player.
I did say it. Look, that was a little premature. That was like recency bias
Like,
type
he's my
stuff.
favorite player.
I think he is. I think he is my favorite player. I do like him. I think what he brings to the team, the excitement, the energy. It's very rare to see a Yankees player. You know, the bat. I like the whole bat flip shtick. I like all the what he brings to the team. I like. But I don't like all the
He
strike. I
should
don't
get.
like what I don't like is all the strikeouts, all the
Yes. No,
errors
this
that
is what I
he's
was
had
about to say.
recently.
For somebody who's that fast, like good fielder, like that type of build, has the power and everything, and a good swing. He should hit for more average. He should get on base more, steal bases. That's what I want to see out of him. I don't need the power swing out of him. I mean, that's
Yeah,
nice. He hits 20 home runs. That's fine. I don't need 30. 20 is fine. I don't need the 30. The
yeah.
extra 10, I'd rather hit those base hits, more base hits, doubles, triples. Use that speed. Take second with the steal. He should be doing more of that.
And Matthew, let's speak about something here. Let's address the situation of Bellinger getting the food poisoning from chicken wings. Those were not chicken wings. That was a Tito's. That was a New Amsterdam. That was a what do you call it? Tullamore Irish whiskey. It was something like it was not chicken wings. It was something
Coming off a
else, Matthew.
loss?
What? Yeah, I don't know, Matthew. You drink your sorrows away. Maybe Bellinger has a problem. I don't know.
He looks
He's
like
been hitting pretty
He
shit.
looks fried every time, every game out there.
Look, it could be weed too. It could be maybe a bad batch of weed that he got in wherever they're playing right now. And where are they playing right now? Detroit. Bad batch of weed in Detroit that he got.
That would make sense.
Bad batch.
Yeah.
Look, Detroit's a pretty shitty city. Yeah, look, for Bellinger, if you're doing weed before every game, you're gonna have to purchase it in some of these cities that are a little sketchy. Detroit's one of them.
Be more careful.
Look,
That's your message.
shit happens.
Shit
happens, you know? Shit happens.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? They lace it with something. Like Jordan, like the Jordan flu game, they lace Bellinger's weed.
He hasn't been great either. He's been kind of one of the more.
He's been terrible. He has to step it up here, man.
He has to step it up.
I mean, the spring training was really good, but that act didn't last. I think he was pretty solid in the first series. He had that one in the Yankees. I mean, everyone was solid in that first. Everyone hit in that first series. Let's be honest. The team hit collectively 400, so everyone was hitting well. Ever since that, Bellinger's been shit, and Jazz has been really bad. So Bellinger has to step it up.
Yeah, so that's kind of the Yankees updates. I don't know if you have anything else, but I think that's pretty much
Dominguez, I like what I'm seeing. Honestly, I do like what I'm seeing from him. I think he has good baseball instincts. I do think that he's still a little raw when it comes to play discipline. I think Matthew, his swing is a little long to me, too. I think he's a little long of a swing. I think it's pretty easy to get one by him in a way. I think he has very good talents, raw talent, but still a lot to be established in his career.
I think that it's pretty egregious, the difference between his swings as a left-handed hitter and the swings as a right-handed hitter. I understand that. I understand you only have power from one side. Maybe the other one you try to hit from average or you try to work the power. I fully understand that, and I'm willing to work with that. But I don't know. I don't know what the splits are. I think if you look at the splits, they're going to be abysmal because swings. Get me the splits. Because the swings from the right side, it's a totally different swing. It's like he's seeing the ball from the left side. He's not.
I got it right now.
Read these splits.
Rice. So as a lefty, his OPS is 1.0, average 368. Versus lefties, as a right-handed hitter, his average is 0.05, OPS of 340. Just crazy. Become a full-time left-handed hitter. Honestly, it's time.
That's what I would move. And like Cabrera, I think Cabrera hits righty better.
Yeah, look, Cabrera's all right. Yeah, he gives you a good at bat. I like Cabrera because he gives you a good at bat.
Swings from the right side are really bad. Like every time I watch him as a righty, I think to myself like would the result have been different as a lefty? I think like the answer is yes.
You're right. I think absolutely right. He should become a full-time left-handed hitter. I think it's going to happen soon. I do think it's going to happen soon. The Yankees are going to see this. They're analytical. The nerds are going to see this and say, okay, it's time to sacrifice, the lefty. Make him a full-time left-handed hitter, and let's roll here. Enough is enough. The guy has no power from the right-handed side. He has no power. He has no average. He has no slugging. Nothing.
It'd be one thing if he was hitting for average on the other side. I'd be like, well, that's just the way it is. But he's just not.
No, he has nothing.
Right.
But yeah, that's it from the Yankees. I guess we could talk a little of the Knicks right now. I mean, we're approaching an hour here. We could touch on them for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Knicks, they lost today, but honestly, for me, it's like okay, get the three seed on lock. A lot of players rested tonight, I believe. I don't think Brunson played, right? Or
no. But Brunson,
no Hart,
not Hart, not OG, not.
Oh, then Brunson did play today. He played 29 minutes.
Not Hart, not OG, not Robinson. So a lot of people that weren't.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, look, it all comes down to the playoffs. And to me, it's like I'm excited for the playoffs, but they just can't beat the Celtics or the Cavs. They just can't do. I mean, I just don't see a world where they beat them in a playoff series. I just don't. Can they maybe bring it to a 6-game series? Maybe. But I just think that if they face, and they're going to face, and it's going to end up being, if they win the first round, they're going to face the Celtics in the second round, and they're probably going to lose in 5 games to the Celtics. Maybe they'll win. They'll steal 1 at home, and that's about it. No, I hate to be that negative, but I think that's the reality.
That's their second round matchup, and to me, they're just not going to win. That's the way it is. And we'll see. I think they played well against, like, everyone's saying, they're going to lose to the Celtics because they went 0-4 against them in the regular season. Like, that's not the reason why. Like, that doesn't matter at all. When you go to the playoffs, it's just a different game. You could go 0-4 against the Celtics in the regular season and still beat them in the playoffs. The thing with the Celtics, though, is they're the defending champs. Like, they're in any other world, they're a number 1 seed. Like, the Cavs are just having a crazy year. And I just think, like, they're at full health, and maybe they probably will be for the playoffs. They're just so deep,
they're so good.
invested.
Oh my God.
Even the starts, like 5 good starters. Guys come off the bench, they hit threes. Everyone plays a role. They have guys that are like that guy Luke Cornett's like 7'4", is like
I know,
at least he's a person.
He's good. He's a solid role player on that team.
Right? Yes, everyone plays a role. That's why they're going to lose this. It's not because they didn't win during the regular season. That happens plenty of times, and you beat them. Celtics are just better.
I don't care about that. Matthew, they have Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, Derek White, Pritchard, Holiday, Al Horford still playing at a high level at his age. And what is he, 40 years old at his age? Unbelievable. He's 38 and he still could hit a 3. This guy is. Have you ever seen Al Horford miss a 3, Matthew, from the corner? I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen miss a 3 against the Knicks. Is Porzingis doesn't miss 3s against
my God, that guy's unlimited range against the Knicks. He shot a couple logo shots.
Only against the Knicks. I'm like, was this guy a great shooter? He's shooting
a couple logo 3. This guy's unreal. He was so motivated, Matthew. It's a former team. He's probably motivated to shoot more. But he had, what a crazy game he had. What do you have? 34 points. He shot 61% from 3 that game. Unreal. Porzingis is just so good. When he's healthy, man, he is a scary player, and he's their 3rd best player. Matthew, he's a 3 on that team. That's just goes to show how great they are.
I mean, he's like a 3.
Drew Holiday as a 4. What the? I mean, this team is stacked.
Derek White as the 5.
Derek White's a 5.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, this is crazy. This team is
guys off the bench. Even that guy Sam Hauser hits 3s.
He's great.
A lot of
great player.
A lot of good guys.
He's unreal.
That's why
they're unreal.
But
I think they're gonna beat the Cavs. They're gonna beat the Cavs. I think
Celtics. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be a good series.
Great series.
The conference finals.
Great series.
It's probably gonna be that way.
I do think it's gonna be like Cavs Celtics is gonna be like a 7-game series. I think they're gonna beat each other up, and I think the Thunder is gonna have a cakewalk because I think those teams are gonna be tired. Thunder are gonna have I think they're gonna come off probably like a 5-game series. Who's really threatening in the West? The Lakers. I don't see them as a factor. I really don't. Yeah, I think the Thunder are gonna walk all over the Western Conference teams. It's gonna be like the Celtics last year making the finals. It's gonna be like all 5 games or sweeps. And I think they're gonna ultimately win here. That's my champion, the Thunder, easily.
Yeah, I see that. I do see the Knicks winning, beating the Pistons in the first.
I hope so. I really hope they win one playoff series, so we get to see them at least play the Celtics. And look, it'll be exciting. Maybe they can. Look, who knows? But honestly, I think it's pretty I would say it's a 90% chance they do end up losing to the Celtics. But that 10%, I'll be rooting my heart out for them. It'll still be exciting.
Exactly. Yep.
So. We'll see what happens, Matthew. Excited. Look, no hockey playoffs to look forward to this year. Pretty unfortunate. Rangers are.
In some ways, that's good. I get to watch. I love hockey. I get to watch.
Matthew, they won 9-2 tonight. By the way, in case you didn't know.
Don't care.
Don't care. All right.
Over.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't care.
No, I'm excited. In some ways, I'm excited because I get to watch the good games going on throughout the league, for hockey, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Even overtime games, crazy overtime games I've gone to catch on ESPN Plus, just not being held hostage by the Rangers anymore. It's just great.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. You got to look at the positives, and that's definitely one of them. So, look, still exciting times. Masters everybody enjoyed that. Everybody enjoyed the Yankees early on here. Me and Matthew will be probably in the building on Saturday, so hopefully they get a win there.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.